or Iyani Fas. So in that being, we find ourselves in a very interesting position. We're often asked what roles women play in our culture. There's nothing in our culture that can happen without a woman. For instance, in the original creation myth, there are 16 Orisha, or divinities, or deities, that are sent to earth to kind of tame it and also make it habitable. And of all of the 16, only one who comes from heaven is female, Oshun, bless you. And in the process, the men decide that she is kind of too frivolous. She likes to spend time looking at herself. She's a mother of culture. She's very beautiful. So they think that she doesn't have a place in the hard work that's going to need to be accomplished in order to settle the world. And later they discover they can't get anything done. They're fighting. They are, everything that they try to put together falls apart, and so forth and so on. So eventually they return to heaven. And when they return to heaven, they beseech the Supreme Being, Olodumare, to explain to them why it is that they aren't able to complete his task and to assist them. And so he looks around, or Olodumare, which is not really a male. It is it involves and it includes everything that's necessary in order for the universe to exist. So it is male and female, it is hermaphrodite, it is, okay. Counts and says, there's only 15 of you here. Where's love? Well, sure, where is she? And they said, well, we didn't bother. They said, okay, well, see, that's your problem, because nothing in the world can exist without love. And it's not just the emotion of love. It's the nature of attraction that causes things to adhere to one another. All atoms exist with love. All matter exists with love. All human beings, all nature exists with love. We can't even breathe by ourselves. So how is it that we can think that we don't need something as complete as that? So my particular line of the tradition comes from I'm going to say this as closely as I possibly can because my tongue bastardizes Yoruba often. Akin Shinlola Iroko is the North American extension of our home. And it has been in existence for over 3,000, that compound, not 3,000, 300 years, that compound has been in existence in Oyo. And so what you discover in our tradition is that there are many different facets of Ifa. For instance, Christianity, you have Baptist and Presbyterian and Methodist and so forth and so on. We have different systems. My system is the Oyo system. You can have the Oshobo system. You can have the Ile-Ife system. And these are different regions in Africa that give their own or lend their own cultural flavor to how Ifa will be practiced.
We have intuition, we have the power and authority to listen for the voice of the higher self. This couldn't be told in a 2-hour meeting. We hold meetings every Friday and every Sunday for the public from 12 to 2 on Sundays, and we have a question and answer period from 12 to 1. All are welcome, and all will be recognized. But it can't be told in 10 or 15 minutes. This story, we all have a part of it. We have a part of this history, this illustrious history, and the spiritualities of life that's been revealed to us all within the families of nations. Yes, ma'am.
Finish your thought, and then I want to throw it open in case any of the others have questions.
In conclusion, if man would find his Savior, he must look within. His name is self. The only Savior of the world is love. And Jesus came to manifest that love to men, and Muhammad came to manifest that love to men, and Buddha came to manifest that love to men, and Confucius came to manifest that love to men, and Prophet Noble Ali came to manifest that love. And I'm striving to manifest a portion or raise of that love to each and every one of you that's here today. Love is our Savior. We may have many different ways on finding that great love, that Oshun, if I pronounced it correctly, that the sister made, the priest made reference to. We were placed in tribes and nations that we would know one another and not despise one another. And that's why in the Christian Bible it makes reference to, come let us reason together. But in order to tear down the walls of segregation and what separates us as a people amongst the human family, we have to have an open mind. We have to be able to sit down at the table and tell one another's. Usually when I tell someone, and I said in closing, that I'm a Moor, they tell me, if they are of European descent, how did you know? But if you tell me you're Irish, I don't ask you, how did you know you were Irish? I take that I am a Sheik, and that means that I press the hand of someone, my teacher. I have an unbroken line and lineage going back to Prophet Noble Ali. My father's a Sheik, his father's a Sheik. It's only about 4 or 5 generations going back to the Prophet Noble Ali. So I received his teachings from mouth to ear. Some is for the public. Some things I would like to speak on that I'm just not at liberty to. But the sisters are doing a great job at doing it for me. We have so much in common. The priests, my sister priests, are doing a good job at saying the things that I may not be able to say. And we're saying it in a different language, but we're saying it in the language of truth. Thank you very much.